What's up everyone? Shawn here in the Zook Fitness Studio. We're going to give a little stretching tutorial now. So stretching is super important. It's something I do every day. Even when I'm not working out, I stretch morning and night. But these are some of the stretches I do for workouts. And it's really important to do stretching when you are working out because one, it helps lengthen your muscles. You don't want to get tight muscles. You really want to keep that stretch and have a full range of motion. And then it also helps prevent lactic acid from building up. So when you stretch, that can loosen the lactic acid up, help get it out of your system, and that's going to help with the recovery process. It's going to help build your muscles and just your overall strength. And then another real big key is tightness. So if you're really tight and you're trying to work out, you're fighting against your own tightness. So flexibility is strength. So the more flexible you are, the stronger you will feel, the easier you will be able to get to these positions. So flexibility is strength. Remember that, it's key. Before I do a workout, I do a little bit more of a warm-up stretch because it is better to stretch when you're already a little bit warmed up. So to start out, if I'm not warm, I like to kind of loosen my arms out by just kind of shaking them out. I do some little swing, just kind of loosening my core up and just really trying to like slowly get some blood flow into the arms. Just get that motion going. I like to do little circles just to get everything flowing, moving. It's just one of the things I do. You just really want to get warmed up before you stretch, because if you try to stretch when you're cold and your muscles are tight, you can actually hurt yourself. All right, so you get loosened up, and it might take you a few minutes. You want to take as much time as you want to get warmed up, get that loose feeling in your body. And then once you're feeling like you're kind of warmed up and you're ready to go, we're gonna get into some real stretches. So one of the things I like to do, the first thing I start with usually is just arms out, and I go for a full extension as far as I can reach out. And I do wanna try to hold this for 30 seconds, because if you hold for a full 30 seconds, that's a full stretch. That gives your muscles enough time to relax and settle into that position. Sometimes I'll even flip my wrist this way because it kind of helps pull my elbows and then stretch my wrist a little bit. Just an extra little stretch there. All right, so that's one of my favorites. And then another one I like to do is the cross body. So I'm actually going to use one arm and hold the other arm and pull it across and try to stretch this exterior shoulder, tricep, even though I don't really quite have the tricep, but we're still stretching everything. So same thing, we're gonna wanna hold all these positions for 30 seconds. And sometimes when I'm doing this, I'll look the other direction to kind of get my neck a little stretch as well. Once you get your 30 seconds, you can go ahead and switch arms and get the other side. And you want to get somewhere where you're comfortable. For me, I have to kind of find where I can lean and get my balance. And then again, I'm going to look to the opposite side, looking away from my stretch. Get that nice 30-second hold. And down. And I usually will shake my arms out a little bit in between each one, just kind of get that blood flow down through the arms. So another one I do, even just for my core, also to stretch in the interior parts of my shoulder, what I do is actually with one arm, so I'll start with my right arm to stretch. I'm actually going to stick it between my leg and use the leverage of my knee here, and then I'm going to use my other arm and get the wheel back here And I'm gonna just try to pull and turn my body as much as I can, and my head. So I'm turning and trying to almost look behind me. Really get this stretch here. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and switch to the other side. So same thing, I'm just gonna take the other hand, put it in between my legs and wedge against the other leg. And then other arm back on the wheel, and use both arms to turn my body and twist and stretch my core and upper back. Now another good stretch that's similar to that, if you have a wall like behind me here, you can actually use the wall as well for leverage. So what I do, if I have a wall to stretch with, I can lock and then put my hand on the wall and use it to stretch back. And again, I do tend to like to use my other hand to stabilize my core and help me get a further stretch. And the opposite. And this is a very similar stretch to the one we just did, but it's just another option for you if you are trying to figure out what works best for you. So both those stretches utilize using, a wall, or I'm using my wheel to help move my core, because I don't have the actual function to turn myself like that and to get that stretch properly. So another one of the really important stretches that I always do try to do is arms back here on my wheels. And I actually do a couple different positions here. So first I'll start with the backs of my hands on my wheels this direction, so my palms are facing up back there. And I will try to lean back and really put pressure into the wheels, so I'm getting the stretch through here, through my pectoral shoulder and down my back in here too. And I'll always stretch my neck out while I'm doing it as well. Just kind of keeping motion. And then what I'll do is actually flip my hands the other direction and get more on the inside of the wheel. It's a little bit different position, and that really pulls this pectoral area and shoulder out this way. And then I'm gonna even farther lean back here. All right, so those are the couple back there, and those ones really get you loosened up in here. All right, so after we get the arms, we're feeling pretty loose here. One of the last things I like to do is also Do like kind of the tricep stretching here. And like I said, I don't have much tricep or really any at all, but it still really stretches everything out in your arm in here. So what I'm gonna do, I can't actually support it really well, so I just kind of get it over my head and I just kind of let it dangle and let gravity pull it down a bit. And just try to hold that position for 30 seconds. Really get this stretched out here and all through up your arm. And after about 30 seconds, we'll switch to the other side. See, my left's a little stronger, so I can get it up on its own. The right, I actually need to assist with my left arm because my right's my weaker side. About 30 seconds, all right. Shake the arms out a little bit. And those are most of the basic stretches I do on my own. And another one that I do like to do after a lot of workouts, and I do typically during the day a lot, but it's a little bit more advanced stretch, a little harder, requires some balance and practice. I will show you real quick. It's actually to stretch my lower back and my legs in here. So what I do is I actually get both hands, one at a time, wedged into my feet, or into my knees here and crossed. And I even have my thumbs behind the knees to really like hold and stabilize me in there. I have to wait for the spasm to die a little bit. And as it subsides, I can lean forward. And as my back loosens more and more, I can really, really stretch that lower back out. And for me, it gives me a lot of relief when I can stretch my low back out, because that's always slung into the back of my chair, which is always in a weird bent position. So when I can take all the pressure off of it and really stretch it, it's a really good stretch for my body. But like I said, this is a little more advanced. It does take quite a bit of balance and skill, because if I were to lose my arms here, I would probably fall forward and not be good. So it takes some practice. All right, get a good stretch back there, really get that back pulling. And then when I go back, I'm gonna kind of go nice and slow, just lean back, control my arms, one out, and lean back. So that's pretty much how I get out of it as well. Because even getting out of it, you can't just pull your arms right out of there. I would just fall forward. Like I said, it's a little bit more of an advanced technique, but it's really helpful for me. It really gets my back and hips and everything stretched out. It's something I do daily. So these are a lot of stretches that I do on my own and you can maybe do on your own, but it can help to have somebody assisting you. And we do have another tutorial coming with assisted stretching. So if you have a caregiver, family member, whoever that can help you with some of these stretches, that can be very helpful too. It might be able to get you a little more range, especially for some of us quads. It is hard to start your stretching at first. It takes building strength along with the stretching. It's kind of a combo effect, but it will benefit you greatly if you can do both. Like I said before, stretching has so many benefits, and flexibility is strength. That's the key to this tutorial here. Flexibility is strength. So the more flexible you are, the stronger you will feel and the easier things will be for you to do. So thanks you guys for watching. Check us out again at Zoot Fitness. All the workouts are up on the website. Bring a buddy for a workout. It's always fun to work out with friends. All right, we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everyone.